Alright, so my final afterthoughts on the Tomb Raider arcade shooter. It's a lot different from any arcade shooter that you've ever played before. It changes the way we are used to like quick time shooters essentially. It has quick time events that you end up having to shoot with several different objects in game, and you have to make sure you're fast and accurate. The reloading's changed. There's not like Time Crisis where you have to shoot off screen, or like House of the Dead where you lift off foot off the pillow in Time Crisis. It's actually you cock the gun back to reload. There was actually another game, I'm actually trying to remember what other game actually had that too. And then I remember House of the Dead 3 had it to where if you pull the pump on the shotgun, that's how you reload, and also in that too. But this game here is there's so much detail to this game. There's so many enemies and stuff that you can actually miss by just focusing on one section of the screen. Enemies can literally pop and hide at corners and literally pick you off at any chance, and you still will wonder where you're being shot at in game. It got so bad, we started off with 2 players, we ran through the first 2 levels, it started slowly, gradually getting harder, and then we got to the 4th, 5th level, to where when we were in the middle of the 3rd, we was like, oh yeah, we gotta hop to 3, we gotta hop to 4 players, because it's getting that tough. Because so many enemies are coming to you on screen, and the shooting isn't like Time Crisis where you're used to shooting as fast as you possibly can to kill the enemy. If you're shooting in the body, those shots do not matter at all. You actually have to go for headshots in order to put some of your enemies down in this game. Because with the game being as so accurate as it is, even with 4 people, if you guys are all shooting an enemy in the body, it's not doing anything. It's literally, you just see a guy sit there and shake for a few minutes like he's having a seizure, and still end up shooting all of you after you guys needing to reload. And when we made it to the 5th level, we immediately got annihilated, all of us. And I wish we had the footage to show you that, but we couldn't film anymore. Stuff got cut because security is going over. We have permission, but then he's saying we don't. But you know, all in all. But this game is actually a game you gotta play. It's actually real long. We were there for at least like 30 minutes playing this like what we initially thought was 1 chapter, because the game looked like it had several different chapters in game, and we thought it was going to be 3, but it ended up turning out to be like 15. And now that has me wondering if they have each part of the game segmented into different chapters, just in case you beat the first 5 levels, you can go over and like start in chapter 2 and just continue from there. And that's where and there's mission mode too. We didn't really get to touch on that too much today, but we'll try that the very next time we are back at this at a Dave & Buster's where it has it. And once we make sure we got permission to film. But that's my afterthought and review of this. This is actually a game you must play, and make sure you try to go to a place that has free play for this, because I'll tell you, you'll run through $20 real quick just by sitting here playing this game. That's my afterthought. Flares out.